Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mohdi English School. So before we start with our video, what are the important points that we have to keep in our mind, which we discuss every day? So the first important point is that you should always wear a mask whenever you go outside, and without mask you should not go outside anywhere. Also, if possible, you should carry a small sanitizer bottle along with you wherever you go. And as soon as you come back to your house, you should wash your hands for 30 seconds so that the germs will die. And keep your surroundings neat and clean. Keep your house properly sanitized. Take care of the animals around you. Please don't hurt them. If possible, give them some food. This video is for class 3, subject English. So before we continue, let us read one beautiful thought. Success comes in cans, not cans. Means whenever you say, I can do it, that means you will surely do it. But if you say, I cannot, then you will never be able to do it. So if you want to be successful in the life, you have to say, I can. You never use the word I cannot. Never use cannot. Always say, yes, I can. So you can be successful. The topics that we are going to cover in today's video: Chapter 4, In-House Garden. We have understood the lesson, we have done the reading of the lesson, and we have understood that what is the importance of planting the vegetables in our own house garden. So today we shall solve the textual exercise of the lesson, the exercise which is given at the back of the lesson in your textbook. That is the textual exercise of the lesson. And I want to inform you that you have to sit with your notebooks, pencils and erasers ready so that you can write the important points or the spellings which I tell you to write down. So please fetch out the notebook, pencil and eraser, and you will just write this in rough book. So this is listening practice. Listening for details. That is the first exercise. Listening to Anjali speak about what she loves to do in her spare time. Then fill in the blanks. Now, Anjali will share us about her free time. What she likes to do in her free time. We have to listen and then we have to fill in the blanks. So here I am going to speak on behalf of Anjali. I am going to speak the whole paragraph, and then after I speak the whole paragraph, we have to fill in the blanks based on what I have spoken. So you have to carefully listen to me. Carefully listen to me. I will start from the first line over here, Anjali. So now I will start. Anjali is 13 years old. She loves spending time in her garden. It is her favorite thing to do when she has free time. She can spend hours digging, watering and planting. So I have read till here. Now let us write the answers. What I said. Anjali is dash years old. How many years old is she? She is 13 years old. So the first answer is 13. Then she loves spending time in her dash, in her garden. So here is the second answer, garden. Then she can spend hours in dash. She can spend hours in digging, watering and planting. So here are the three answers. She can spend hours digging, watering and planting. Then I will read the next paragraph for you. You have to pay attention to what I speak. Keep your ears open. She started gardening at the age of 7. Her grandfather taught her how to plant a sapling. Her first plant was a blush pink rose. She is now planting on involving her friends and planting saplings in her neighborhood. Anjali wishes more people could plant trees as they make everything look fresh, green, and pretty. So now we have to fill in the blanks with the next paragraph. She started dash at the age. She started, what did she start? She started gardening at the age of 7, when she was 7 years old. So here are the two answers, gardening and 7. Her dash taught her how to plant sapling. So who taught her? Her grandfather. So here is the answer, grandfather. Her grandfather taught how to plant a sapling, plants. Her first plant was a blush pink rose. So the answer is rose. Her first plant was pink rose. Then over here, she is now planting on involving her friends and planting saplings in her neighborhood, means around her house. So here is the answer, neighborhood, Neigbourhood, neighborhood means around her house. Then Anjali wishes more people could plant trees as they make everything look fresh, green and pretty. So fresh and pretty. So here are the answers, fresh, fresh, pretty, pretty. So we have completed this paragraph. Let us read the paragraph about Anjali, what she says once again with the answers. Anjali is 13 years old. She loves spending time in her garden. It is her favorite thing to do when she has free time. She can spend hours digging, watering, and planting. She started gardening at the age of 7. Her grandfather taught her how to plant a sapling. Her first plant was blush pink rose. She is now planning on involving her friends and planting saplings in her neighborhood. Anjali wishes more people could plant trees as they make everything look fresh, green and pretty. So next topic for today, that is speaking. It is a speaking activity, talking about. So we just have to speak. We do not have to write anything. It is gardening. What do we have to speak about? Gardening, planting the plants in the garden. Have you ever tried gardening? If yes, what did you like or dislike about it? If not, do you want to try it? Share your responses in class. So you all have to write down that have you done gardening anytime? Did you like gardening? What did you like? What did you not like about gardening? You have to write down. So I will speak one paragraph about gardening. Let us speak one paragraph about gardening. I will tell you how to speak. I have a small terrace garden. I grow chilies, tomatoes and roses in my garden. I water the plants in the evening. On weekends, my mother helps me to look after the plants. We remove the dry leaves. We add fresh soil. We pick chilies and tomatoes once they are ripe. We have fun in the garden. I like everything about gardening except one thing, the small wild plants that grow in my garden. Mother says they are called weeds and they can harm my plants. So I have to spend extra time removing the weeds. This is how you can speak one paragraph about gardening. I want you to speak at least 3 lines about gardening after watching this video. Then the next topic is pronunciation. Pronunciation means how to speak, how to pronounce some words. It is called pronunciation. Here it is different CH. Whenever you see CH in the word, how will you speak that CH? Let us see that how to speak. So listen to these sets of words. Notice how we say the letters CH together. So we have to see that word when the word CH, letters are there CH together, how to speak. Let us understand how to speak these words. See, the first one, CHILLI. So what do we call it? Chili. CHILLI. Chili. But when it is given over here, CHEMICAL, it is chemical. It is not chemical, but it is chemical. Same way over here. See the first line. Let us read the first line only. CHILLI, chili. KITCHEN, kitchen. We do not say kitchen, but what do we say? Kitchen. Then LUNCH, lunch. How do we say? LUNCH, lunch. Then let us read the next line. What is in the second line over here? CHEMICAL, chemical. We do not say chemical, but it is chemical. Then next one over here, CHORD, it is cord. We say co, CHORD, cord. Then last one over here, STOMACH, it is stomach. Last CH is K, stomach. We do not say stomach, but it is stomach. So this is how you pronounce the words with different CH sound. There are two sounds of CH. One is K and one is Ch. That is the sound of CH. See, chili, kitchen, lunch, chemical, cord, stomach. This is how you pronounce the different words. So I want you to watch this video a second time on YouTube and write these words in your notebook. So the next exercise is very interesting exercise for all of you. What is given? Group these words according to their CH sounds. How to pronounce this word? How do we speak these words? According to that, we have to write in the correct column. First we have to speak all these words, and then we should decide that whether will it come in the first column or the second one. So let us read the words and then we will decide in which column should we place these words. Over here, CHAIR, chair. CHOIR, choir. CHORUS, chorus. Then next is CHEER, cheer. CHEESE, cheese. CHEMIST, chemist. CHALK, chalk. CHAOS, chaos. CHURCH, church. MONARCH, monarch. ACHE, ache. CONCH, conch. This is how we pronounce these words, and now we shall put these words in the correct column. So I have put the words in correct category for you so that you can understand how to pronounce the words. So let us pronounce the word. See, how do we pronounce these 6 words? Like we say CH as in change. How we say CHANGE, change. So we say ch. Over here, CH as in cord. We say cord. So ko. Like that we pronounce these 6 words. So over here, chair, chalk, church, cheer, cheese, conch. Then choir, or you can say choir, chorus, chaos, monarch, chemist, ache. This is how you should pronounce these words. So I hope you have understood the pronunciation. You just have to know how to speak these words. So the next topic is vocabulary. What is given over here? Homophones. So let us understand what is the meaning of this word homophones. Some words in English have the same pronunciation but different meanings and spellings. Such words are called homophones. So I hope you have understood the meaning of this word homophones. Means some spellings are there in English which are same in pronunciation but their meanings and spellings are different from each other. That words are called homophones. Again, there are some words in English, while speaking it looks same, but while writing it is different. That is called homophones. See, read these pairs of homophones which are given over here. Wood, wood. See, the pronunciation is same. Wood, wood. But this has a different meaning, and WOOD, this wood has a different meaning. But pronunciation of these two words is same. Buy, buy. See, spelling is also different. BUY, BYE. But the pronunciation is the same. BUY and BYE. So we speak in the same way, but the meanings change. Over here, WHICH, which, WITCH, which. So pronunciation is same, meaning is different. Also the spellings are different. Then it is given peel, peel. See, again the spellings have changed, but the pronunciation is same. Peel, peel. So these pair of words are examples of homophones. Means the speaking style is same, but the meaning is different. Also the spellings are different. Now an exercise is given. We have to tick the correct option to complete each sentence. So based on these homophones, we have to solve an exercise. We have to tick the correct answer from the options which are given. First one, the dash came out of the cave. So who came out of the cave? Who lives in the forest and who lives in the cave? B-A-R-E, bear, B-E-A-R, bear. The pronunciation is same, bear and bear. But what is the name of that animal? What is the spelling? B-E-A-R, bear. The second one is the correct because that is the animal which lives in forest. So the correct answer is the second option, B-E-A-R, bear. The bear came out of the cave in jungle or in the forest. This is a different bear. So this is the name of the animal. So that is the correct option. Then number 2, please take a dash from what you are doing and help me. Then number 2, please take a dash from what you are doing and help me. So which is the correct spelling? B-R-E-A-K, break, or B-R-A-K-E, break. Please take a break from what you are doing. So break means you have to take out some free time. So which one is the correct option? Like you have recess time, that is break time. So the first one is the correct answer. So let us underline the first one. That is the correct spelling of break. B-R-E-A-K. Break means free time, recess time. Then next one is given. I am thinking of dash this skirt green. I am thinking of dash this skirt green. So we have to find out the correct answer. There are two spellings, dying and dying. So over here the first one is the correct, D-Y-E-I-N-G, dying. The first option is the correct answer. D-Y-E-I-N-G means to apply the color to something, dying. Then number 4, your knee will take time to dash. Your knee means the part of your leg will take time to dash, will take time to heal. So which one is the correct spelling? The second one, H-E-A-L, heal. That is the correct option because it means to recover, to get well. Your knee will take time to heal. It will take time to recover because you have got hurt. Next, I paid the bus dash. So when you sit in the bus, you have to give the money to the conductor. What is the meaning of that money? It is F-A-R-E, fare. You pay the fare, you give the money for the ticket. That is bus fare. F-A-R-E, fare. Then last one, he is the dash to the throne. He is the dash to the throne. Heir or heir. The correct spelling is the second one, hair. that is H-E-I-R. It is air. The pronunciation is same. So the meaning of this heir means that you can say the son of the king is the heir of that throne. He will sit on that throne, he will become the new king, so he is the heir of the throne. So that is the correct answer. So these are homophones which we have just learnt. Now let us see the next exercise. Grammar, simple tenses, present, past and future. So now we have to study these three tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. So let us start. See, read these sentences. Pari always spends her holidays at grandma's house. Grandma loves growing vegetables in her garden. Carrots are root vegetables, bitter gourds are climbers. So the first sentence tells us about the action in the routine or habit. The second sentence states a fact. The third sentence talks about universal truth. So there are three sentences over here: first, second and third. So that is called simple present tense. The third sentence is universal truth. All these sentences are said to be in simple present tense. So all these sentences are in present tense because the verb is in present tense. Spends, loves, are, all these verbs are in simple present tense. Simple present tense means the action which we do at present are called simple present tense. Then what is given? We always use simple present tense to talk about routine or habit, state a fact and talk about unchanging truth. See, we often use the words like every year, every month, every Wednesday, daily, usually, always, never with simple present tense. These are all the words which are used with simple present tense. Then Pari woke up at 8 a.m. that morning. What is the verb over here? Woke, W-O-K-E, woke, that is the verb over here. Then Pari went to the terrace with grandma. What is the verb? Went. Then Pari had tasty food for lunch. What is the verb? Had. So these are the verbs which are used over here. That is went and had. That is simple past tense. Then with simple past tense we use the words like yesterday, last winter, last year, etc. Simple past tense means what we have done yesterday or before that. That is simple past tense which is gone. Now read these sentences. Pari decides that she too will recycle all the waste. I shall help you grow a small kitchen garden when I come to your house, said grandma. So see over here what is used? Will and shall. So whenever you see the verbs will or shall, it is simple future tense. The verb is in simple future tense because will or shall is used. So whenever you see will or shall, it is simple future tense. Always remember that. Now we sometimes use shall with we or I, and we can use going to. Even going to is used to talk about the actions that take place in future. So going to is also future tense. Now in this exercise we have to write PR for present tense, P for past tense and F for future tense. One has been done for you. So we have to read the sentences and we have to see that if it is present tense, we have to write PR. For past tense, we have to write P. For future tense, we have to write F. So let us identify. The first one is given over here. Milan is a city in Italy. Milan is a city in Italy. So the verb is is. Is simple present tense. So we have written PR. Now second one we shall read. Reena heard the news on the radio. So can you tell me whether it is present tense or past tense? It is heard. See the word verb is given heard, H-E-A-R-D, heard. So it is in past tense. So we shall write P for past tense because the sentence is in past tense. So we shall write P over here. Then third one, I read every night before going to sleep. See, the word is given every night. Every night means every day, means it is habit, and the verb read is in present tense. So this is present tense. So for present tense, what shall we write? PR, because it is a present tense sentence. Then she will go to Mumbai next week. So can you see the word over here, will? So when the word will is given or shall is given, it is future tense, the action which has not yet taken place. So for future tense, what do we write? For future tense, we write F. F for future tense. And I have put it over here, F. Next, we attended a party last night. See, last night means yesterday. And attended, the verb is in past tense. Last night means yesterday, which is gone. So that is past tense. For past tense, what do we write? For past tense, we write P. P for past tense. Then next, last one, I shall learn French over the summer. So what is the verb over here? Shall. And as I told you, whenever you see will or whenever you see shall, it is future tense, F. So for future tense, what shall we write? F. F for future tense. And I have put it over here. So these are the answers of the tenses. Which are the three tenses that we have learned? Present tense, past tense, and future tense. Then next exercise is based on spelling. Words ending with TION and SION. There is a difference in these two words. See, many words in English end with TION and some end with SION. See over here, DIGES, TION, digestion, and TRADITION, tradition. So digestion, tradition. Then what is given over here? DECISION, decision. And here EXPLOSION, explosion. So here we say shun and here sun. So TION and SION, decision, explosion, digestion, tradition. So the pronunciation is same of these two, TION, SION, but we have to learn the spellings of some words which are very confusing. Let us see. See, there are 6 spellings given over here. DIVITION is wrong. What is the correct one? Division, DIVISION. Then invasion, this is the wrong spelling. What is the correct spelling? So this word is misspoken by many of the people. See, invasion, what do we say? Invasion, invasion. Then next, it is given TRANSLATION, it is translation. So that is the correct word spoken by most of the people. It is the same. So it is correctly spoken by everyone. It is the same spelling, translation, and here invasion. But this is misspelled by many of the students, division. Then next, what is given? Relation. Relation is wrong. Here it should be T. Here it should not be S. So see, I will write the correct answer. So here I have written the correct answer, RELATION, relation. It is not spoken correctly by many people. Here it should be T. Then VITION, it is wrong. So as you can see, it is wrongly spoken by many people, so I have put cross, and here the correct spelling is VISION, vision. VISION, vision. And last one, it is given AFFECTION, affection. It is the correct spelling. So as it is the correct spelling, I have written the spelling as it is, same to same, AFFECTION, affection. So these words are wrongly spoken: division, relation, vision. Please see that you write the correct spelling of these incorrect words. So I hope you have enjoyed the video of today's and you have learned the textual exercise of lesson number 4 in house garden. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.